Where's the new? Is it possible to have a new beginning? Yes. Where does it come from? It comes from Jesus. You see, the good news is that while sin, and the essence of sin, is that we substitute ourselves for God. In other words, that we put ourselves in the place that only God deserves to be. That's the bottom line. They don't think about it in terms of running old ladies over at the Felicia Beacon or something like that. Or it's an easy thing to think about sin in terms of 6 things I did or 7 things I'm planning on doing. But essentially sin is me deciding I'm in charge of my entire universe and my entire destiny. So I assume the role of God. And some of your wives have told you have a problem with that, so let's just be honest about it. If sin is that I put myself in the place of God, the story of salvation is that God puts himself in the place that I deserve. And the place that I deserve, because of the bad, is the place of punishment. The good news is this, that another person has come and has lived the kind of life we should live, but can't. And he has died the death that we deserve to die. And he's done so in our place. And the newness of the gospel is not a newness of discovering Jesus Christ as an example, or embracing Jesus as a martyr. But the newness comes in discovering Jesus Christ as a Savior. Suddenly, I see how it could be. You say, well, that's fair enough, but is there another element to it? Yes. Good, bad, new, perfect. One day, there will be solid joys. One day, there will be lasting treasure. One day, in a new heaven and in a new earth, everything will not only be new, it will be perfect. That's enough on that. Thirdly and finally, the witness is to the fact of its historicity. It is historical. The witness is to the fact of its rationality. It is actually rational. You don't have to take your brain out to become a Christian. You don't have to take... You may have a minister who makes you feel that way, but the problem is the minister. The problem is not Christianity. He needs to do his homework. But if you feel that somehow or another, in order to get involved with this Jesus thing, the first thing you have to do is take your brain out and stick it underneath the seat, then you've got the wrong end of the stick. It is historical, it is rational, and finally, it is empirical. It is empirical. You say, empirical, what do you mean? Well, it'll stand up to the test. The people say, well, it's true because it works. No, the New Testament says it works because it's true. It works. I'll tell you how it works. And with this I will finish. It answers the cries of the human heart. The cry for meaning. It answers the cry for meaning. When you're trying to make sense of who you are, where you came from, where you're going, and does it matter? What's your answer? All the world's a stage and everyone an actor. We all come on and play our parts. Out, brief candle. Life is a walking shadow. A poor player who struts and frets is out upon the stage. It's a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. You put that on the front of a t-shirt and wear it in America, and someone said, have a nice day. Have a nice day. Or Bertrand Russell, only on the firm foundation of unyielding despair may the soul's habitation be built. Try selling those t-shirts up in Glasgow Cross. People say, I'm not going to put that on. That's downright depressing. Of course it is. How do you make sense of things? Christianity answers the cry for meaning. It answers the cry for freedom. Freedom. Freedom from ourselves. Freedom from our addictions. Freedom from our jealousy. Freedom from our self-pity. Freedom from our bitterness. Freedom from our resentment. Some of you are old like me, and you can remember Davy Jones, remember the monkeys? I want to be free, like a bluebird, flying high in the sky. Remember that stuff? Blooming rubbish. But anyway, it echoed a cry in many people's hearts coming as it did on the tail end of the 60s. Because that's what they were saying too. I want to be free. And some says, you want to be free? Try this. You want to be free? Smoke this. You want to be free? We'll show you freedom. And what did it do? It brought them into hellish bondage. It was a disguise. It was an illusion. And many people, they say, is there a possibility of a new start? Is there a possibility of freedom? Yes, there is. Is there a possibility of forgiveness? Yes, there is. Forgiveness. Could I get these stains out of my hands? She said to her husband, do you think there's anything we can do? He called the doctor. He says, you know, can you fix my wife? This is Macbeth again, you will remember. Can you fix her? Because she's driving me nuts. And he says, no, I can't. She's going to have to fix herself. And some of you have gone for help in various areas of your life, and at the end of the day, what they've really told you is, get yourself a book from Waterstones and try and just fix yourself. And it won't fix. Because nobody can relieve us of our guilt. Nobody can free us from the bondage of our sad and sorry past. Only one, namely Jesus. We could go on. It answers the cry for love. It answers the cry for hope. It answers the cry for God.